Okay, at least my name is William. Alright, today I'm going to read another part of the Bible. We're going to read Judges chapter 6. Okay. And the children of Israel did evil in the sight of the Lord, and the Lord delivered them unto the hand of Midian 7 years. And the hand of Midian prevailed against Israel, and because the Midians and the children of Israel made them the dens which are in the mountains, and the caves, and strongholds. So it was, when Israel had down and that the Midianites came up, and the Amalekites, and the children of East, and even they came up against them. And they gave against them, and they destroyed the increase to the earth. And that thou come into Gaza, and no substance for Israel, neither sheep nor ox nor ass. For they came up for their cattle in their tents, and they came as grasshoppers for multitude. For both they that their camels were without number, and they entered into the hand and destroyed it. And Israel was greatly impoverished because of the Midians of the children of Israel unto the Lord. And it come to pass, when the children of Israel cried unto the Lord because of the Midians, that the Lord sent a prophet unto the children of Israel, which said unto him, Thus saith the Lord God of Israel, and brought you up from Egypt, and brought you forth of the house of bondage, and delivered you out of the land of Egyptians, and out the hand that oppressed you, and drive them out from before you, and they give you their land. And said unto you, I am the Lord your God, fear not the gods of the Amorites, whose land will dwell, and be ye not obeyed my voice. And it came the angel of the Lord, and sat under the oak, and which was in Ophrah, and pertained unto Josh, and of the Israelite, and his son, Gideon threshed wheat by winepress to hide it from the Midianites, and the angel to the Lord said unto him, the Lord is with thee, and the mighty man go to Phinehas. And Gideon said unto him, O my Lord, if the Lord be with us, why then is all this befallen us? And where be all his miracles which our fathers told us of, saying, Did not the Lord bring us up from Egypt? But now the Lord forsaken us, and delivered us into his hands of the Midianites. And the Lord looked up upon him and said, Go this thy might. Thou shalt save Israel, for the land of the Midianites have not saved thee. And he said unto him, O my Lord, wherewith I shall have Israel? Behold, my family is poor in Manasseh, and I have the best, and I am the least in my father's house. Lord said unto him, Surely I will send, and I shall be with thee, and thou shalt smite in the Midianites of one man. And I said unto him, I have now found grace in thy sight, and I shew me the sign that thou takest with me. Depart not hence, I pray thee, until I come unto thee, and I bring forth my present, and set before thee. And he said, I will tarry until thou come again. And Gideon went in, and made ready a kid, and unleavened cakes, and an ephah of flour, and flesh being put in the basket. And he put the broth in the pot, and brought him under the oak, and presented it. And an angel of God said unto him, Take the flesh of the 11 cakes, and lay down upon this rock, and pour out the broth. And he did so. And the angel of the Lord brought forth the end of the staff that was in his hand, and touched the flesh of the 11 cakes. And there rose up the fire out of the rock, and consumed the flesh of the 11 cakes. And the angel of the Lord departed out of his sight. when Gideon perceived that he was an angel of the Lord, Gideon said, Alas, O Lord God, for because I have seen an angel of the Lord face to face. The Lord said unto him, Peace be unto thee, fear not, thou shalt not die. Then Gideon built an altar there unto the Lord, and called it Jehovah Shalom. Unto this day, yet an Ophrah of the Israelites. And it came to pass in the same night, for the Lord said unto him, Take thy father's young bullock, and the second bullock of the 7 years old, and pull down the altar of Baal, and the seventh thy father hath cut down the grove that is by it. And build the altar of the Lord thy God on the top of this rock. In the order place, and take the second bullock, offer a burnt sacrifice for the wood grove unto which thou shalt cut down. Then Gideon took 10 men of his servants, and did as the Lord said unto him. So it was because the fear of his father's household and the men of the city. He not do it by day, and he did it by night. When the men of the city arose early in the morning, behold, the altar of Baal was cast down, and the grove was cut down that was by it, and the second bullock was offered upon the altar that was built. And they said one another, Who has done this thing? And when he had inquired and asked, they said, Gideon was the Joash had done this thing. And Joash had stood against them. Will ye plead and for Baal? I will save him, and I will plead for him, and let him put to death whilst yet morning, and for he be a god, let him plead for himself, because we had cast down for his altar. Therefore on that day he called him Jerubbaal, saying that let Baal plead against him, because he hath pulled down his altar. And all the Midianites and the Amalekites and the children of the east, and gathered together went over the pitch of the valley of Jezreel. Oops, I skipped verse 30. So let me try this again, okay? I actually skipped verse 30. Then the men said unto Joash, Bring out thy son, and that he may die, because a man cast the altar of Baal, and because he had cut down the grove he was by it. And Joash stood against him. When he plead for Baal, and he save him, that he might plead for him, and let him put to death, whilst is yet morning, for he be a god, let him plead himself, because he had one cast his altar. Therefore, on that day he called him Jerubbaal, saying, Let Baal plead against him, because he had thrown down his altar. Then the Midianites and the Amalekites and the children of east were gathered together, and over the pitch and in the valley of Jezreel. But the Spirit of the Lord came upon Gideon, and he blew a trumpet, and Abiezer, Abiezer was gathered after him. And he sent his messengers throughout all Manasseh, whoso as gathered after him. And he sent messengers unto Asher, and unto Zebulun, and unto Naphtali, and came up to meet them. And Gideon said unto God, If thou wilt save Israel by mine hand, thou hast said, Behold, I will fleece of wool on the floor, and dew on the fleece only, and it will be dry upon the earth beside then. Shall I know that thou wilt save Israel by my hand? And thou hast said. So it was so. For he rose up early on the morrow, and thrust, and fleeced together, and bringed that dew on the fleece of wool full of water. And Gideon said unto God, that not thine anger, but hot against me, and I will speak but this once. Let me prove, I pray thee, but this once with the fleece. Let it now be dry only upon the fleece, and upon all the ground, that there be a dew. And God did so that night, and it was upon the fleece only, and there was dew all the ground. Okay, that's the ending of Judges chapter 6. Okay, next we read Judges chapter 7. Okay. We have to go right now. So thank you for watching this video. I hope you enjoyed some there. Bye.